Today we're going to be making a ceramic bell that really rings. Let's get started. To start with, we're going to take a piece of clay and we're going to form it into a little bit of a cone shape. So we're going to squeeze it into a bit of a ball first, and then a cone is flat on the bottom. So we will tap, tap, tap the ball of the clay on the table gently, and you can see that flattens it out quite a bit. And then you can hold it in your hand like this, and you can squeeze it and turn it and squeeze it and turn it, just sort of shape it into that cone shape. Tap, tap, squeeze and turn, tap, tap, squeeze and turn. So we're starting to get a little bit of a cone shape. Now this doesn't have to be a perfect cone. It doesn't have to be exactly straight on the sides, but you can smooth it out a bit like this by applying more pressure on one end and less pressure on the other side, and that will help you smooth it out and make it to be a little bit more of a cone shape. Once you're pretty happy with the way it looks, you can hold it in your hand like this with the narrow part here and the wider part here. And this is where you're going to be putting your thumb into the bottom of the cone to start to hollow it out inside to make it into a bell shape. Now when you do that, it's going to become a bit lumpy on the outside. That's fine. Do not worry about that at all. You can always gently squeeze it and turn it to try to smooth that out if you're not happy with it, but it's really not a big deal. You could also roll it like this a little bit if you want to smooth it out a little bit. Now we want to make the opening on the inside of the bell a little bit bigger, so it's more like this. And the sides are going to be a little bit thinner, so the width is going to be more like this. So what we'll have to do is we're going to use sort of a lobster claw pinch, and we're going to put our thumb on the inside and our fingers on the outside and do our lobster claw pinch. And as we pinch, we're going to turn, pinch, and turn. I've got my thumb way up to the top of the cone, and I'm pinching and turning with my fingers up here because I want the top of the inside of the cone to be the same width as the bottom of the cone. And now I'm moving my fingers down halfway and pinching and turning, and I can feel some spots are a little thicker and lumpier and some spots are a little thinner. So I want to pinch and squeeze a little bit on the ones that are a little bit lumpy so that I can get this to be about the same all the way around, the same amount of width here and here all the way around. So if you find a spot that feels a little bit lumpy, then that's the part you want to give a little gentle squeeze to. So I'm pinching and turning, and I'm feeling way up here and way down here and way down here to make sure that it's pretty even all the way around. Pinch and turn until it's nice and smooth, uniform. Uniform means it's all about the same. So it's all about the same thickness or width. And you can tap it to make sure that it's nice and level along the bottom edge. And you can always smooth it on the outside with your fingers if you want to make it a little smoother. You can also roll it a little bit, put your thumb on the inside. You can give it a little roll like this. Very gently though. If you push hard on this, you will just destroy it. So I'm being super gentle when I'm rolling this. Okay, once you're pretty happy with the way that looks, and you think it's a pretty nice bell shape, then we need to attach a little thing on the inside that we can connect the clapper to, that will be the thing that rings and jingles. See how that's hanging in there? We need to make a little sort of a loop on the inside of our bell so that we can attach that string and the clapper that's going to jingle. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little ring to put inside. This is a little clay ring, and we're going to attach it way up there where the thumb went all the way in there. And we have to get our pin tool out, and we're going to scratch it in there so that it's rough like Velcro. So way down into the bottom of this bell shape. See how I made it scratchy? Now we're going to take our little ring, and this is a stuff called slip, which is basically clay mixed with water until it's kind of thinner and like paste. So I'm going to dip that into the paste or the slip, and I'm going to push it way down inside the bell like that. And now I'm going to put my finger on the inside of the ring like this and just give it a little push so that it is attached, so it's pressed into the bell a little bit, so it's secure. Okay, so now that's in there, and that looks like it's nice and secure. Now we have to decide what kind of a handle we want. You can make a handle like this one, or you can make a handle like this one. There's lots of different kinds of styles you can do for your handle. You can decide what's best for you. If you like this style of handle, this is a very nice style and it's easy to do. All you have to do is gently tap the top of your cone like this, and then give it a little bit of a pinch to form it into a handle. And you can tap it again so you can get a really nice shape. You can see it's thinner this way, and it feels like a really nice little handle to hang on to. And then all you do is take the handle of your pin tool, not the sharp part, the handle of your pin tool, and you just push it through and give it a little rotation. You can see you have a nice little spot like that. You can smooth it out. When you get this little bit of lumpy clay, when you make a hole in the clay, you have to smooth it out. So smooth it out until you're happy with the way that it looks. And if you want to do this kind of a handle, that's how you do it. If you want to do a different kind of a handle, I'll show you another way to do the other handle.